Nobody told you that the weight you are carrying right now might be the most important thing that has ever happened to you. Most people are praying for the burden to be lifted. They are asking for relief, for rest, for the season to change. But what if the season is not punishing you? What if the cross you keep picking up every single morning is not a sign that God has forgotten you, but proof that He is doing something in you that could not be done any other way? If you have been exhausted, overlooked, and quietly wondering why your life keeps demanding more than you feel you can give, stay with this. Because this is not a coincidence. You are watching something unfold. Here are 7 things that happen when you carry your cross daily and why your life may be saving you right now. Number 1. The weight reveals what is real. Most people spend years building a version of themselves that is designed to look strong. They construct routines, relationships, and identities on the surface. Then the pressure comes, and everything that was not real begins to crack. Carrying your cross strips away everything that was decorative. It removes the performance. What is left is what is true. And that is terrifying until you realize that what is true in you is also what is durable in you. The cross does not create weakness. You cannot build an assignment on a false foundation. God will not place permanent purpose on temporary scaffolding. What remains after the weight is the only material worth building with. Number 2. Daily surrender is the training ground for authority. There is a version of strength that looks like control. It holds everything tightly. It plans, it protects, it manages every outcome. And it looks impressive until the moment it meets something it cannot override. Real authority is built differently. It is built through daily surrender, not because you are weak, but because you are learning that the outcomes you cannot force are often the ones you most need to trust. Every morning you pick up that cross, you are practicing something. You are practicing the choice to move forward without certainty, to serve without guarantee, to remain when everything in you is screaming to quit. That practice does not go unnoticed. It is forming something. Think of a muscle that only develops under resistance. You cannot grow it with ease. The repetition of choosing to carry what is hard is building an interior life that cannot be shaken by ordinary pressure. People who walk in real authority are not people who never struggled. They are people who surrendered daily long enough that the struggle became part of their foundation instead of their undoing. Do not despise the repetition. The daily cross is the curriculum. Number 3. Suffering positions. You for a specific kind of compassion. There are rooms you cannot enter without having paid a price to understand what is inside them. When you sit across from someone whose life has been broken open by grief, by loss, by a kind of pain that does not have an easy name, they can feel whether you actually know or whether you are only speaking from information. Information sounds like advice. Experience sounds like presence. The weight you are carrying right now is giving you access to a frequency that most people cannot reach. You are not suffering randomly. You are being equipped. That is rare. That is a specific kind of authority that cannot be taught in a classroom or faked in a conversation. It is only forged in the place you are in right now. The cross you carry today is the credential that will open doors tomorrow that you cannot even see yet. Number 4. The path you are on is being cleared by your faithfulness. Every time you choose to keep going when stopping would have been easier, something shifts ahead of you. Not dramatically, not in a way you can see in real time, but the path is not static. It responds to what you do with the present moment. Faithfulness in obscurity is not wasted. It is not a holding pattern. It is active. Every decision to honor what you have been given, even when no one is watching, even when the return is invisible, is a decision that is reordering what comes next. This is not the prosperity gospel. This is not a transaction. There is no contract that says carry your cross on Monday and receive your reward by Friday. But there is a principle that runs through everything. What you are faithful with at the level of the seed determines what you are trusted with at the level of the harvest. The life that seems to be asking everything of you right now is not depleting you. It is testing the depth of what you have been given, and every faithful response is proving something, not to others, not even primarily to yourself, but to the part of the assignment that depends on someone who will not break under pressure. Do not quit before the ground shifts. Number 5. The cross protects you from the version of success that would have destroyed you. This one is subtle, and it is dangerous to miss. There is a version of breakthrough that comes too early. There is an open door that, had you walked through it in a previous season, would have taken you somewhere that looked like elevation but felt like erosion. The platform before the preparation, the promotion before the character, the visibility before the depth. You did not get those things when you wanted them, and part of you is still grieving that, still quietly angry at the gap between what you believed and what arrived. But consider what the weight of this season has been doing to you. Consider who you were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in the version of your life that was easier. Were you ready for what you are being positioned for now? Were you humble enough? The cross is not just testing you, it is protecting you from the consequences of arriving before you were ready. The delay is not punishment, it is engineering. The hard season is not blocking your future, it is shaping the person who will be able to carry it. Number 6. Carrying what is heavy teaches you what to put down. Most people are carrying things they were never assigned, old grief they have not named, expectations that were never theirs to fulfill, wounds from people who are no longer in their lives, but whose voices still run in the background of every decision they make. The cross you were given is specific. It has your name on it. It fits the shape of your calling. But many of the heaviest things you are carrying right now have someone else's name on them. When daily surrender becomes a practice, you develop a sensitivity to the difference. You begin to notice what feels like weight with purpose. The cross trains you to discern the difference. Not all weight is the cross. Some of it is accumulation. Some of it is fear wearing the costume of responsibility. Some of it is the slow inheritance of other people's unresolved pain. You are not called to carry everything. You are called to carry what is assigned. And the only way to know the difference is to have held the real thing long enough to recognize what is counterfeit. Number 7. The daily cross is what keeps you close to the only thing that cannot fail. This is the one that everything else is building toward. There are people who only approach the divine when they need something. Their relationship with God is organized around requests. Help me, fix this, change that, give me. And that relationship is real. But it is thin. It does not survive a season where the help does not come in the form they expected. The person who carries the cross daily develops something different. They develop a relationship that is built not on favorable outcomes, but on continual contact. This is the thing that suffering produces in people who choose to carry it rather than abandon it or be crushed by it. An intimacy with God that is not theoretical, not aspirational, not something they know about, but something they know. You cannot fake that. You cannot manufacture it in a season of ease. It requires exactly what you are in the middle of right now. The cross is not the obstacle between you and God. The cross is the path back to Him every single day.